Yo, I'm Ejahmix.
Yo, what's going on? It's me, Eli Levi, in the house.
And the legend 21 is back. Not the 21, the legend. So stop calling me that.
We're the
So,
Cloudians, and welcome to the Cloudian Podcast, episode 4. We got a great show for you guys today. Pretty exciting. Not so exciting to be honest. It's kind of been slow this last week, Stadia wise. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. But before we get into it, let's start with our first segment. What have you guys been playing?
I think we
Boy.
should start with Lee 21. We haven't heard from him
Yeah.
yet.
Oh, wow. Well, even though I went on a trip to Florida, I had like a whole buffet of games that I've played. Like, I've played way too many. I'm just going to list a few that I remember, but I played a lot. Uh, Stadia came in clutch, though. I want to say in Florida when we had the apartment and whatnot. I played some Mortal Kombat for the first time. That was fun. I'm more of a Street Fighter guy, so I've never touched Mortal Kombat. And I've never liked sports games for some reason. I don't know, maybe it was just some stupid thought in my head. But when I played NBA 2K for the first time, it was actually really fun. I didn't know the rules, but it was fun. I was destroying my friend, but I enjoyed that. And then just a quick few games that I played after. Played some on my Switch. I got Persona 5 Strikers. I got, what else did I play? Played some Smash Bros, one of my favorite games, and some on my phone and whatnot. But the list goes on and on, so I'll just shut my mouth for now. Those are the games that I got. And yeah, what about you guys?
Eli, you can go.
I have been, as of this day afternoon, I bought, what's the name of the game? It's a loser game. And
Oh,
it's a cowboy.
SpongeBob, right?
No. I mean, there's a loser. There's a loser. There he is. He's in the chat. It's called Marvel's Avengers. I bought this today, and I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. So I'm playing that.
Nice.
Besides, I was in a Hitman tournament, roulette. So I was practicing and playing a lot of Hitman for my tournament. Unfortunately, I'm out of the
Oh,
tournament,
rip.
which is a bummer. But yeah, that's just how it is. But I'm still a commentator though, so.
Cool.
That's good.
And for me, I haven't been able to really play games like that. I've been running around for the past week, preparing for my graduation and stuff. So I did play Division with Eli on.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Played Division with
Oh
Eli on
yeah,
Thursday.
I forgot I also played was Division.
Yeah, we played that. But other than that, I haven't been able to really play. I think I played a little Paladins. Other than that, that's it. I've just been
Paladins.
graduating and having fun, actually living life for the first time in a year. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for me. But I guess we can go into our next segment or talk to chat because we actually have more time. So we don't have a guest today, and there's not much to talk about news wise.
Yep.
So, what's up, Anthony? What's good? How you doing, man? And of course, Emperor Collins is here. Thank you for the
Yo.
congratulations. Really appreciate it. Yeah, man. So that's all chat right now. Let's get into our new segment. So, a new DLC for Gods Will Fall released this past week. Have you guys played that before?
To be honest with you,
Uh,
I haven't even paid any attention to Gods Will Fall. It doesn't look like my kind of game, so no.
I've never even heard of it. I see the Steam reviews are a little mixed, so I can't really form an opinion on it, but no, I haven't played it.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't played it either. I've seen like a little bit of gameplay for it. I mean, it's just in the news because we really don't have a lot to talk about this week. You know, it's not much that was really big that happened. Honestly, I expected side point. I don't know if I expected it, but you know, Google I/O was this past week, so I was like, maybe they'll possibly show maybe some small Stadia things, but they really didn't. So maybe they were preparing for another event. But yeah, Gods Will Fall DLC release. If you're into that game, that is out. And then we have Outwards. Outward sequel, right? Yeah, that's out now. You guys know
Yeah,
anything about that one?
Word.
there's nothing to say about that.
Nothing to say.
I mean, I wish I had played those, but no, unfortunately.
What about you, Legend?
I've never even heard of Outward. No offense. I bet it's a great game, but no
Yo.
comment.
Oh wait, that no. Outward is the game. Outward is the game that we got on Stadia some time ago. That was the game with like,
Is it?
wasn't it like wizards or something, right? It was like I don't know. I think it was like a co-op
Isn't it,
type. Venture
Isn't
Gaming?
it by the same developers of
Let me look it up.
Cake Bash?
Is it?
No, I don't think so. Is it?
It's deep. I just looked it up. The publishers are Deep Silver and Coach Cock Media. I don't know.
Ah, okay,
So
so
yeah,
it's not them.
yeah, definitely not them.
Oh, hey, pause.
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 It has become my trademark to show a green to work beer every
Nice.
episode. Cheers.
Oh, yo, on the topic of
Nice.
that, um, my nana, she made me a big thing of rum cake. So if you know rum cake, yeah, it's rum in it, right? It's a rum cake. That's what it sounds. That's what it is. So I mean, I don't drink alcohol, but I mean, I got some rum cake, Eli. So there you go.
I'm just flexing on YouTube because I can drink here in Europe.
I don't honestly. I'm curious. Like legally, can I? Like I mean, people cook with alcohol and food, right? So legally, can I eat rum cake? I don't know.
Usually, when you cook with alcohol, the alcohol goes away. It kind of adds a flavor to it. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
It's like
Exactly.
it's not there anymore.
So I guess it's fine. I mean, it tastes like rum, but you know.
It looks good. I'm looking it up right
Yeah.
here. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's even rum flavor
Mhm.
without alcohol that you can use in cakes. But yeah,
Okay. Cool.
there's no alcohol in it. Yo, we have CZ Gaming.
Was that
What's good?
my boy Stefano? That's my friend. What's good, man? Welcome to stream.
yo,
And
We got
have a
Emperor
comment
Collins in
about-
here. He says, "I almost bought it the other day, but I don't have time for anything right now." Are you talking about Outward or are you talking about Avengers? Was it Outward? Probably Outward.
I think he's talking
about rum
about
cake.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
about because maybe
Rum
he
cake
doesn't
is
have time.
amazing. And yeah, you can eat food with it. It's cooked down. You get buzz off of it if you eat enough, depending on how much is used. Yeah, like it seems like it's a lot. I'm not gonna hold you. It seems like a lot. I can smell it and I get a little dizzy. But that was our Outwards. We didn't have much to talk about with Outwards, so I guess we'll go on to the next thing. We got Assassin's Creed. Eli, I'll let you talk about Assassin's Creed because you're a resident assassin.
Actually, I love Assassin's. Can you pronounce it?
Assassin's Creed.
I love that franchise because I got my first console or gaming console. It was back in late 2018. It was PS3, and the
Oh,
only games I
PS3.
had were Assassin's AC games. And I started playing AC2, AC Brotherhood, AC Revelations, and 3, and they were great. So, I mean, of those games that are on Stadia, I have played. I actually own all of them, but those I enjoy the most is Unity because it's set in a French setting. The story is good, doesn't have glitches. It's not 2014 anymore, and the parkour is great. You feel like an assassin, um, unlike the newer titles like Odyssey, where it's basically a demigod simulator, and Valhalla, which is a Viking simulator, and
Yeah.
Origins. Origins is kinda assassin AAC thingy, but yeah.
Cool. Well, Assassin's
Nice.
Creed is up to you can get 70% off Assassin's Creed games on Stadia right now. So yeah, if you're into Assassin's Creed, they got some really good sales on there. And if you just want to have them all a cart, you can get Ubisoft Plus, and for $15 a month, if you're into that subscription model, you can play all the Assassin's Creed games on there because they're all Ubisoft games. So really good to see there. And then we have
Option.
yeah
I think
option.
I think the legend has some comments about AC.
Yeah. Or
Oh,
you like
dude, he
you have
pretty
any
much
comments?
already said it, man. He 70%
No,
up to
but
70% off.
but what are
Yeah.
your guys' most favorite AC games here on Stadia?
I never played any.
Makes sense.
I have Odyssey on Stadia. I like Odyssey ish. I haven't finished it because it's a lot of game, but I like Odyssey. My favorite Assassin's Creed game is Black Flags though. That's my favorite.
That's the
my
pirate
top.
one.
Yeah, that's the pirate one. I'm really
My
into that one.
favorite of all time is Brotherhood.
Okay, yeah, Brotherhood is pretty
That is an amazing title.
good. Mm-hmm.
Well, now that they're on sale, I would have to try some.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty
No,
cheap.
Brotherhood is not on Stadia.
Oh yeah.
No, the ones that are on Stadia.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
We got that
Ubisoft
going.
games. You can never go wrong with Ubisoft games. They're
Yeah,
not
for sure.
bad. They're not perfect. They're just mediocre.
Um, well, if that's all about Assassin's Creed, we can get into Outcasters. I feel like we probably should have put this on platform highlight or maybe like a controversial topic. It's not even that controversial though. I don't know, but we
Yeah,
do
I
have
just moved.
Outcasters news to go
No,
get
no, no.
into.
Go ahead. I just moved it.
Okay. Oh yeah, we'll skip it then. Then we have
Nice.
let me see. Foreclosed. So Foreclosed is a game that got announced at I want to say it was the Stadium Makers. Or not even that. No, Foreclosed wasn't Stadium Makers. Oh, maybe it did get announced with the Stadium Makers post, but Foreclosed got announced at Summer of Games last summer. IGN, or I don't know if it was. I think it was IGN Summer of Games. I want to say, or if it was Jeff Keighley's. I don't know, one of their summer thing events that they do that's coming up actually again. But it got announced at one of the summer games events, and then yeah, it was shown off then. They showed off some gameplay, but not a release date. So I think we have a release date for it now, and a new trailer, which is going to be August 12th. Is when we'll be getting Foreclosed, and it's coming to Stadia as well. And I actually stumbled upon this. I want to say there was a Stadia Makers post for this, but I stumbled upon it because I was looking at like one of the websites that content creators can get onto. One specifically called Terminals, and I saw Foreclosed on there with a Stadia listing next to it. So I was like, whoa. I didn't even know this game was coming to Stadia, and then that's how I found out about it. But apparently, it was on the Stadia Makers post. But if you're into Foreclosed, there you go. That game is going to be coming to Stadia August 12th, and you can go check out the trailer now. Any thoughts on that, guys?
I mean, why don't we see the trailer?
Oh yeah, I
I'm
can
trying
pull it
to
up.
find it.
If you can find the link, we can watch it. I'll have it
Yeah.
muted or whatever. Um, but yeah, Legend, you have any thoughts about the game?
Dude, I saw the trailer. I think it looks cool. It's got a cyberpunk with like a mix of a comic book like art style to it, which looks
Mhm.
pretty neat. I was seeing a few trailers actually, reading in on it and whatnot, but it looks fun. It's like a shooter. It's got a bit of a what's that one game? Control feel to it. Oh God, bro, who's got that echo?
Yeah, I think somebody got that.
I
think
Maybe
don't.
the Papa Levi.
It might be you.
I don't hear. I
Yeah,
mean,
you don't.
it's
Yeah, I think it's you, man. You don't hear it, but we hear it. um,
Well,
yeah,
something's going on, but as I
it,
continue talking
Mhm.
about Foreclosed, dude, it looks fun. It's got this control kind of feel to it, where I see him picking up random objects and kind of like throwing them. I guess that's one big thing that I saw from the Control trailers and whatnot. I've never played it, but it looks cool. I dig the art style, and could be a fun little shooter to play around with. I'm excited
Cool.
for it.
So if YouTube wasn't taking so long, I'd have the trailer on the screen for you guys. I actually got it now. I think it's there. It's loading, guys. But yeah, Eli, have you taken a look at the trailer? Do you have any thoughts about it that Legend hasn't said yet?
actually I haven't seen the trailer,
Oh,
so that's
I thought you were looking at it. Um, yeah, I'm trying to pull it up. I mean, I guess we have time because not much to talk about today. Game like news wise. Maybe I just should have just had the trailers pulled up, but I didn't think it was gonna take so long. Internet connection. Anyway, well, while I pull that up, we can get into the next topic. Right? Or can we? Yeah, we could. I guess we could. Right? What do you
Or
guys
I can
think?
keep talking about Foreclosed and what I
Oh, we can
saw.
talk about Foreclosed. Yeah, while while I'm loading it.
Yeah, so like I was really kind of like analyzing the trailer because you know me, I like games. I want to see what it's all about, get the most info I can without spoiling too much. But I saw he had like power ups and stuff. There was like this little UI around him. So maybe like I don't know much about the gameplay. I should have read in on it a little more. I was
Mhm.
just doing a bunch of setup stuff, so I didn't see much. But from what I could gather, it's shooter. It's got a cyberpunk comic book art style to it. You can also see like the little sound effects. Like by see, I mean is like when you look at old comics, when like they shoot a gun, it would be like blam, like you see those words and whatnot. That's a
Cool.
little neat, adding to the comic style. And yeah, there's power ups and mines and it seems like it'll be a fun, crazy game to play. At least I think so, judging by the trailer.
I
Yeah, and I
mean,
forgot to actually switch our like overlay or whatever from that screen where we actually pull up a browser. But there you go. You guys can see it, but you guys can't see us. This is the
Squid.
trailer here. Um, let me mute it so you can see it. But yeah, we got the trailer here. You can check it out. Like Legend was saying, it's like a it's like a comic book style game, you know, um, and it's really cool. It's a shooter. It's third person,
It's
right?
top down.
Yeah, top down. Oh, it's top down.
It looks like it.
Yeah, I was trying to
Uh,
up the quality, but
I'm
then
watching the
what's
trailer
called?
right now.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, so it looks
Uh,
top down. Yeah, okay. It's
I mean,
top down. Oh no, there's moments where it kind of switches to third person. It looks like.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
like little
it's
cutscenes
a
and
yeah the
whatnot.
shooter part is like third person for sure, and you can like kind of pick up items and then throw them. That looks really cool, actually. That's really cool. It reminds me like I mean, it's like a comic book cyberpunk in a way. Even the
Pretty
ram, like
much.
you can see like a ram. I guess those are like the abilities. You can see like a ram portion over the guy's head. That looks like cyberpunk. That's kind of cool. So yeah, that's foreclosed,
Um,
man. Really nice.
it
August
it
12th is the
looks
release
nice.
date. So yeah. But do you guys have any more thoughts
August
about
12th, man.
foreclosed?
No, I mean a similar game that's coming this year is Road 96,
Mm-hmm.
which looks kind of nice, but oh, it's coming this summer. We have some. There's a new trailer too. Okay, that's a topic for next week.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh man. All right. So if we're good on that, now we can get into like our speculation and kind of controversial topics. Or no, let's go into speculation first. Speculation. Um, Google Store, right? So, um, there's a new Google Store coming to New York City. So, there
Oh
was a
yeah.
9 to 5 Google post or blog that essentially was talking about, if there's this Google store coming out in New York, that might be a place where they're going to promote Stadia hardware, right? Our Premier Editions, there's been people that have seen the Premier Edition in Best Buys, and I don't think we've seen it in Walmart's. I was going to say that, but definitely Best Buys and different stores where you can pick up Premier Editions. So yeah, that might be, something they'll do in the new Google store. They might promote Stadia there. You guys have any thoughts on that?
I mean, personally, I think it's nice. It's cool that we get to see Premier Editions getting sold in physical stores. But the more I begin to stream and stuff, I actually enjoy playing on mouse and keyboard. But if we think about the majority of gamers, they prefer to play with a controller and on a TV. That's why the Xboxes and PlayStations are so popular. So therefore, I mean, it's great that Google enthusiasts come into the store and they see, hey, there's a Premier Edition. Cool, I can play Cyberpunk 2077 on my TV.
Yep. Yeah. Legend, any thoughts?
Well, I think it's great. Looking at the little image here, they zoom in, they show you that it's like, oh, it's the Stadia logo and whatnot. So
Mhm.
it's nice to finally have the brand out there in the wild. Because personally, I haven't seen much of it. Like just going into like stores and whatnot, tech stores more specifically, I haven't seen any like thing promoting Stadia.
Yeah.
So like having physical stores where people would walk in, maybe they're gonna buy like a Google Pixel or a watch or whatnot, maybe a Chromecast. They'll be walking in, they'll see that Stadia logo and be like, "Yo, what's that? Gaming?" And then it'll go up from there, you know.
Yeah, and I put an
I think
image
it's cool.
on screen for you guys. There looks like they zoomed in on the Google store here. I don't know if it's blocked
Yeah,
up or I don't know. Maybe this is just an image, maybe a promo image. But they have the Pixel up here. They have
yeah.
like a is that a Samsung or is that a Pixel watch? No, that's not a Pixel watch, right? That's like a Samsung watch, maybe. Or maybe a Fitbit. I don't know. It's some type of watch up there. I don't know. I doubt that would be leaked. Like if there was a Pixel watch, I doubt that would be leaked like that. But yeah, you have
Who
some Google
knows?
products up here. And then in this little corner here, it looks like it's symbol. You got the red, orange kind of like, color of the Stadia symbol, the beacon, the Stadia beacon. If you didn't know, that's what it's called. Right there in the corner, they
The
kind of
Wi-Fi
zoomed in on it.
logo.
Yeah, like the Wi-Fi logo. But yeah, it's there. So it looks like that seems to be true, and I imagine this is like probably a promo image or like a mock-up probably. So that's what it says here. But yeah, man, definitely seems possible, and it would be really good for Stadia to or Google to do this because Stadia is one of their properties, and it does need a little shine
Yes.
on it, and to have it in a physical store, especially like an official Google store, would just be astronomical, astronomically good for the platform or just the growth of the platform. So really nice to see.
For sure.
And
So yeah.
I'm not sure but does Google already have Google stores, or
Um,
is this going to be their first Google store?
I'd imagine they do in some form of capacity. Maybe not. Maybe it's their first Google store. Let me actually look that up.
I think they just have like
No,
sections, right? You go
no,
into
no,
like
no.
a
Yeah,
big store.
yeah,
It is going to be their first ever physical retail store.
oh,
I
okay,
just found
yeah,
an article on
Yeah.
Mint saying that. I can shove up the link so we can talk for a little longer.
yeah. That's odd that they're. But honestly, that's odd that they've never had a Google store before. That's really
No,
odd.
but
Like
but
you know,
the
yeah,
thing is, Google their revenue, their income is from services, selling
true.
services. I mean, they sell data and stuff like that. The hardware that Google sells is, I mean, it's next to nothing compared to their service income.
That's very true. So yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I just when you think of like Google today, like for me, it's like Google today. I'm like, that's weird that they never had a store. You know what I'm saying?
And they
But
have a lot of
definitely makes
products
sense
now for
in the grand
sure.
scheme. Yeah, because they
Squids,
definitely have
it's
enough products.
Squid and CZ wants to go to the Google store and they're hoping for it to be close. It's going to be New York City. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know where you guys live.
Better make one in Chicago.
But yeah, man, really cool. And then we have more speculation type of things. We have Ice Age, Scrat's Nutty
Wait.
Adventure. What?
What
Oh,
about the Outcasters thing?
oh yeah, we'll talk about it. Let's talk about it. I want to kind of talk about the light stuff before we got into Outcasters because there might be
Yeah,
some
okay.
thoughts about that.
Okay.
But yeah, we have Ice Age, Scrat's Nutty Adventure. Has been rated for Stadia, so no official announcement, but it seems like more of a kids game. It's Ice Age, so
I know
seems
Eli
really
was really
nice.
excited for that game actually.
Oh
Yeah,
really?
that's.
Yeah.
No, I love Ice Age. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking also forward to Paw Patrol to coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going to be a speedrunner in Paw Patrol, the
Oh wow.
first
Oh,
world's
nice,
first
man.
ever speedrunner. Yeah.
First Paw Patrol speedrunner, man. You heard it here first on the Cloudian Podcast. Eli Levy, the resident hitman speedrunner, is now switching games. Paw Patrol is where it's at.
Paw Patrol. Nice, man.
Yeah, they're really cool
I'll be
there.
on the lookout.
Yeah, man, you gotta be on the lookout. And then we have Moonlighter. Moonlighter was also rated for Stadia by the ESRB, sorry. I don't know what Moonlighter is. You guys know what it is?
I believe it's a
It's a Switch game.
A
yeah,
Switch
there
game.
we
Oh, it's a
go.
Switch game. Okay, cool. But yeah, I'll actually look it
It
up
was
really
on
quick.
PC as well.
Okay, cool.
It's like a rogue like it's not pixel art, is it? I played it a long time ago. But it looks like it's pixel art looking rogue like. You get weapons, you fight monsters. It's like 2D bird's eye view looking. I don't know what to call it, but it's pretty fun from what I did play. So I'm excited to see it
Hmm.
on Stadia as well. The more the
And
merrier. So just keep adding games.
and
Here,
I couldn't bother with trying to find the trailer, but here's some images. Here, it kind of looks like the wine game that we saw, honestly. But yeah, here's some images of the game. Um,
yeah. Personally, those type of games are not me. So,
yeah,
yeah.
really cool stuff
But
here.
I'll be playing it, so hopefully it's on pro.
let's have D21 take on the next bit of thing because I don't know anything about it, and I don't believe you do too, Ejahmix.
Oh,
But
Liza P. Yeah, I saw the trailer for it. But yeah, Legend, take it over.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't know much about it, which is great. It's a great thing that we have this show because we all just discover something new.
Yes.
But I was really digging into it. I saw the trailer. I thought it looked really epic.
Yeah.
So from what I could gather, Lies of Pi, just slated to come into Stadia 2023. Interesting. I'm personally hyped for it from what I've seen. And apparently it's like a Souls-like game. But what makes it funnier, but well, not really funny, what makes it a little bit different is that it's kind of like a reimagined version of Pinocchio, which sounds
Yes.
funny, but like the game is like basically Dark Souls Pinocchio, whatever you want to call it.
However
I
that
thought the
works.
trailer dude,
Yeah.
it's weird.
oh,
I saw the
now it
trailer.
now it makes sense because I haven't watched the trailer. Lies of P and Pinocchio
Yeah,
lies.
lies of Pinocchio. These are all the lies that we were
So
told about Pinocchio. Makes sense. I get it now. I get it now.
yeah,
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. I saw it. I saw the trailer. It's a cinematic trailer. I want to say it wasn't any gameplay in it. Um,
Yeah.
I didn't like really watch it. Like I like want to see what the gameplay was, and I was like, oh, there's no gameplay, so I don't know what this story is. But like Legend said, it's gonna be a game about essentially it's like a Dark Souls. The way it's described is gonna be like a Dark Souls Pinocchio game or Dark Souls game centered around Pinocchio.
It sounds
Yeah,
hilarious
it
when
sounds
you.
absolutely hilarious when you think about it.
It's
Like,
actually pretty epic, and it looks like it's gonna be gory and whatnot. There, you got some weird like alien robot creatures, and the
I
scene looks
mean,
really
yeah,
nice.
when you talk about Dark Souls and Pinocchio in the same sentence, it just doesn't
that
make
has to
any
be
sense.
interesting. Like that has
So
to be interesting.
I'm looking forward to how it's going to go. Before
Yeah.
we head on over to what could be the most controversial topic, we have seen a lot of kids games beginning to get rated for Stadia, and personally, I think it's great. Because it looks like Google are looking at the broader market, the broader picture. They want to appeal to more people, so they are trying to go on to families and say, hey, we have X and X games, so you can come and play. We just don't have. It's not like we only have the Resident Evils and stuff. We
Yeah.
also have more family-friendly games, and that's nice, in my opinion.
Yeah. I definitely
And you,
agree. It's good to see that they're starting to kind of broaden their horizons in a way of all the different games that they offer on the platform. Because the thing is, I honestly I see Stadia being a popular platform. Of course, you have like your teenagers. Like if you just think about demographics, you have your teenagers who are gonna obviously always gonna be like, nah, I'm only playing PlayStation or Xbox. That's just how it is. Maybe you'll see a few that are like, okay, I'll play on Switch, right? But like I think Stadia could definitely be something that the next generation of gamers would be into, especially if they start young and they're playing games like Paw Patrol and like Ice Age, Stadia, and they're like, oh, this actually works, and that's it's kind of like us. We grew up on consoles, so that's what we know, right? The next generation of gamers might grow up on cloud gaming, and they're like, oh, well, that's what we know. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be their main way to game. So, for them to do things like this and just kind of in a way prep their market or their audience in a way with these games for younger audiences is definitely going to be something that's going to be very beneficial in the long run, especially for like even parents, right? Who want to get their kids something but don't want to break the bank with a Nintendo Switch or a console, and then you have Stadia, and they're like, oh,
yeah,
maybe I could just pick up a little controller, the controller from the Google store in New York or whatever, and then give it to my young one, and then they can play this, and then it was only $125 instead of 200, and then I can, with the family sharing and all the family controls you can do, I can monitor what they buy and all that stuff just like on any other console, and it was cheaper. So I definitely think it's going to be really good in the long run. What about you, Legend? Have any thoughts?
dude, man, you pretty much said it all. But yeah, it's just great thinking of all these possible like scenarios with like the new gen stuff coming out, VR, game streaming, and all that stuff. Another scenario would be like, oh, I just bought this new fancy smart TV, whatnot. Maybe it's an LG, which
Exactly.
I believe is the one that's gonna have Chrome, which would be able to have Stadia built in, basically, and that would just be like really cool. The only, I guess, hardware you would really buy if you're using it on TV would be the Stadia remote. Like you don't even have to get the Chromecast if your TV's already, I guess, smart enough, if you will,
Yeah.
which would be
Oh,
pretty epic.
hold up. Not Stadia related or anything, but a
You know,
leaker has just leaked that a new MacBook Pro is coming at WWDC next month.
Nice.
could
That's
play
great.
Stadia on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can play Stadia on it. In fact, I'm going to buy myself a MacBook Pro if it launches next month. And then I can also begin to do the show.
Beautiful. Hey, and we have any Apple fans here. Yo, we should. Yo, that could have
Right
been something
here.
we could have talked about, man. Just a little bit, about Google I/O, and then Apple, the Apple event, and all that type of stuff. Yo, we got future plans. We'll expand. We'll expand. We'll talk about it. Yeah, man. Really cool.
Before we have hit the 50% mark,
Mm-hmm.
remember to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Of course, Ejahmix's and all of ours, but we have a hub called Cloudian Cast, I can just share the link tree.
I put in the
And
command. I changed the command. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, it
okay,
now links to the link tree of all our stuff. So yeah, follow our
what's
socials.
what's the command called?
It's still cloud. I just changed it from like Twitter,
Oh,
the
Cloud.
cloud, to from Twitter to like our socials. So yeah, you guys can follow us on our socials, like Eli said. As we're now at the 50% mark, you follow, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to Eli, subscribe to Legend. All our links can be found there, and of course our Twitter at Cloudian Cast, and all our individual Twitters that you can find beyond, all that stuff. But yeah, man.
And
So
it's just one link with plenty of links in it.
yeah, all it's a master link with all the links in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Definitely check us out. Check us out if you like the show. So yeah. So did we talk? I don't know if we got into it. We got into the other thing. All right, now we can talk about outcasters. Eli, take it over.
No, no, no. I don't want to
You don't
start
want to
with
talk about
this.
outcasters? Okay. Legend, you want to talk about it?
Outcasters. All that I know is that it's no longer tied to Stadia Games and Entertainment, I believe.
Yeah.
Uh, and War Chest Ltd takes over as publisher for Outcasters. Uh,
I
I
mean, we have.
personally. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
go
sorry.
ahead.
Continue.
No, no, go ahead. You were talking. My bad.
Yeah, so I don't see how much of a well, whether it's a big controversy or not. It just I don't know what to think about it at the moment. I'm just kind of finding out about it. I've heard about it, but I just don't know what it means and what it could change for Stadia, if that
I
makes any
mean,
sense.
apparently you have not checked your email because everybody.
I've checked it, I just haven't read it.
No, no. Everyone that has an account on Google Stadia suddenly got an email about
Yeah.
Outcasters. And then it made a lot of heat on Twitter and Reddit, as you might know, because those places can be rather toxic. But personally, I'm looking at it from a more rational point, because Stadia Games and Entertainment doesn't exist anymore. So of course they would need a new publisher. That makes 100%
Oh,
sense.
yeah, for sure.
And the second thing, because it was exclusive to Stadia, Stadia is not big, maybe the game can thrive and become really big, because I don't know why, but somebody liked this game. I don't. I know Ejahmix loved this game. I
I
Big
don't
game
loved
fan.
it.
I don't like it at all. I rage quit because I'm bad, and I think the graphics are actually great, but they're too cartoonish for me. But I mean, the gameplay itself is pretty nice, except when you rage quit, of course. But it might give this game a chance to thrive now that it's not no longer tied to Stadia. And maybe we can come to see what's it called, where you play together from different platforms. Crossplay.
Crossplay,
Yeah, cross.
cross-platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Eli said, I definitely agree. Like there's many angles you can look at it. Ultimately, we all got the email. We all knew before they even tweeted about it. In the grand scheme of things, like many games that are now, now that Stadia Games and Entertainment is closed, like many games that are now coming on other platforms. For example, the first one I want to say was Crata, right? Crata was Stadia exclusive. Now it's on PC. I want to say it's coming to PC, or it's on PC now. So like there's many cases of this, and ultimately the goal, I think, for even on the developer standpoint and from Stadia, it's like, okay, ultimately, if we say, okay, now that Stadia Games and Entertainment is closed, if we just release all these games and say, there you go, you guys can have them, all the publishers or developers that made the games, you guys can take them wherever you want. Eventually, it's gonna come back to us. At some point, it's gonna be like, oh, this game that I really like is on Stadia, and now I like Stadia. Let's play the game on Stadia. You know what I'm saying? It's ultimately gonna come back to us in some form or fashion. Either way, I think the move. I mean, it's a natural move. It was gonna happen eventually. Outcasters unfortunately just was that type of game that I think is going to thrive. Finally, gonna get its light and possibly thrive on under another publisher, simply because Stadia Games and Entertainment is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. So it was just collecting dust for the past like 4 or 5 months, I guess, since the hype over Outcasters died down. When I really liked the game, and I mean I still like it. I just haven't played it because people don't play it anymore. But I really liked Outcasters when it released, and it was a hit. For a good, like I could say, between when it released, it was Cyberpunk and Outcasters, and somehow Outcasters still was a game that I played along with me playing Cyberpunk. So I think just ultimately it's a good move. It's gonna come back to us eventually. So anybody that has an issue, it's like, come on, man, let's just think rationally, like Eli said, think rationally about it, and like, okay, it's fine. It was gonna happen anyway. This is just something that's just going to happen when it comes to all these titles that were under Stadia Games and Entertainment and are now, you know, developers are forced to go other places to be able to really develop for the game. Because that might be another point. They could have been tied up because Stadia Games for Entertainment was gone, so they couldn't develop for the game like they wanted to. Another small point, but that's just kind of my take on it. And yeah.
I mean, another thing you mentioned, Crater. I had almost forgotten about that game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now that Kratos no longer tied to Stadia, it's thriving. I mean, they got tons of PC players. That's good for the game. That's good for the publishers. I mean, that's ultimately good. A good thing. There's nothing negative about it. I mean, I don't care for exclusives. The
Mm-hmm.
thing I look about when I play games, unless it's The Last of Us, it's is it on other platforms? Can I play it with my friends, or am I just limited to few people?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the world's greatest thing, the next GTA 6 or whatever. But if people don't want to play it on Stadia, but want to play the game, I mean, give them the chance to try it on other platforms. And if there's crossplay, then it's great for the platform. Because right now we're just playing with bugs. No, bots. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bugs.
And that Outcast is just it's a great game. It runs really well. There aren't really any bugs, but unfortunately, I think it just got tied up in the whole SG&E closing and all that stuff, where it's like they just kind of been MIA. Hopefully the game gets the support that it needs, and hopefully we get back to playing it pretty soon. But Legend, you have any points or?
Dude, you guys are like the point masters over here. Like really good stuff that I personally haven't even thought about. It's like again, like I just saw the email. I didn't have much to say about it. I was just like, oh, it's just a game moving publishers now that Stadia Games and Entertainment isn't a thing. And like Eli mentioned at one point, yeah, I'm not really too big on exclusives. That just really ties you down to a console. That's kind of like a I don't want to say cheap, but it's kind of like a cheap way of getting more people into your platform and less of a gamer kind of thing. And it's more of like a I want more money on like I don't know Xbox or PlayStation. I want more people on here, and then rather than like I want everyone to play my game on whatever platform they may or may not have, because sometimes as a gamer standpoint, you kind of look at like maybe the Switch is cheaper, maybe Stadia is like a cheaper alternative as well. But it's like, oh man, it's so exclusive. It's not on these platforms, so it's kind of like rip. I don't
Mhm.
like limiting games to one console, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, definitely agreed on that. I think
I mean,
just to end the
unless
point, and we can move on to the next topic. To end the point, I was gonna say on what you said about exclusives. I think what happened there was PlayStation. PlayStation just kind of got in them in the whole, idea. At least recently, I've heard people say Xbox started it. Regardless of who started it, the whole exclusive things. PlayStation has popularized it to the point where people, when they decide to get a console, it's like, what are the exclusives on it? PlayStation has made that a
Yeah,
question for a lot of gamers. Like, PlayStation or Xbox, like, especially now, we're getting into the next generation of consoles. And it's like, okay, for most people, it was like, okay, what exclusive does Xbox have? Like, okay, I know it has Game Pass, but what about the exclusives? Oh, PlayStation. Oh, they have Spider Man, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh, and if Marvel's Avengers is getting exclusive content, okay, it seems more beneficial to go to PlayStation because they're getting exclusive stuff that I can't get anywhere else. Like, I want me to play Spider Man in Avengers. That's why I haven't bought it on Stadia yet, because I want to play Spider Man, and it's like
But
it's not
yeah,
worth it for
I
me.
mean,
Yeah,
exclusives only work for Sony. I mean,
yeah.
just look at Microsoft. They have, I think it's Forza Horizon or something
Hmm.
like that. So they're one of their big exclusives,
And Gears of
pretty
War and
game.
Halo. That's it. I mean,
and they're not even that popular.
yeah. Honestly, there's an audience. There's a cult following, but not that huge. But
Yeah,
if we don't have any more points, we can get into our Stadia platform highlight. Right? Are we finished on our speculation and
yeah,
controversial topics?
yeah. We have, but let's just. I think Anthony had something to this topic. I'm just trying to read it.
Okay. Yeah. Go
Oh,
ahead.
Ray.
Okay. Yeah. He's saying that outcasters need to allow to choose the game mode. That's the big issue for him. I don't understand what you mean. If you could
I get what
elaborate.
he means. Like Outcasters really only has one game mode and just a whole bunch of like quests or dailies you can do. If they had multiple game modes, it'd be a lot more fun, like a team deathmatch. I mean, they have like
Oh yeah.
game modes, but like you can't select what game mode you want. It's all random. It's just kind of like, oh, now you're playing Gold Rush, and now you're playing like whatever the other ones
Yeah.
were called. I can't remember, but yeah,
I get it. But now they have a new publisher. They might expand and do more things. So
exactly.
that's also a pro. I mean, if we look at pros and cons, that's a pro for the
Hmm.
game that they can now expand and move on.
And what's up, Ray? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, let's get into our Stadia platform highlights. So Stadia is very close to 200 games. We're very close to hitting 200 games on the platform. We never thought we'd see it. We spent
I
so
thought
long saying Stadia, has no games, or really, other people who are looking into Stadia were like, oh, Stadia doesn't have any games. Well, look, we're almost at 200 games. It's not Nintendo. We don't have all the indies, but
I
we have
didn't
a lot of games.
I didn't think we had any games on Stadia. So 200? Wow.
Yeah.
So why does Kotaku say that Stadia does not have any games?
Who knows?
Ah,
Who knows?
but yeah, man, that's really exciting. Hitting 200 games on Stadia pretty soon. Really exciting to see. And then our next point today, we have Stadia. They got a new social media manager, and actually, this is a week old news, and I actually saw it before we went live last week, but I forgot to put it in the notes. But yeah, man, we have a new social media
Last
manager.
last week was also jam packed. So
Yeah, it was jam packed. It was so much to talk about, but we can talk about it now. But we have a new social media manager for Stadia. Really great to see. She's really cool. Let me actually pull up her profile on Twitter. She seems really cool. She used to work for Pokemon. She was a social media manager for Pokemon. So we kind of poached.
Nice.
I don't think we poached, but she just found a new job. At Stadia. So really good to see. She used to work at Pokemon. And yeah, man, she's really cool, and she's definitely been embracing Stadia. Like ever since the announcement, she's been like even her pin post Stadia, that she's now a part of the Stadia team, and she even she retweets all of Stadia's tweets. She of course she has her own tweets. She roller skates, so that's her big thing. But she seems like she has a lot of personality. I wish the rest would load here, but she has a lot of personality. She's also still supporting her Pokemon side thing now or whatever, but also still supporting that. And she even posted this really cool I guess really cool in the social media aspect of, oh, she's playing Cyberpunk 2077 on Stadia now. She's actually doing the thing that like I think Phil Harrison should be doing. If that makes sense. Like Phil Harrison, this is a side point. Phil Harrison is not like he hasn't existed for like a year. We don't know where he's at. Like the last time we saw him was like the Stadia Connect, and I think the last thing he retweeted was like maybe a This Week on Stadia, maybe a game. I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no, no, no. He hasn't tweeted in a year or
Yeah,
something.
we don't know where he's at. So it's
Wow.
great to see someone repping Stadia that's a part of their team. Aside from Grace, right?
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah.
no. I mean, she is a social media manager. And if
Mhm.
we look at Stadia's Twitter and Facebook, they have been very generic and bare. So I hope that it's going to change with her.
Mhm.
And one more thing I would love to see from her. No, okay, I think the beer might be getting to me. one thing, one thing I like about Google is that I mean, look at their CEO. He's Indian. Look at
Mhm.
Grace. She's Asian, and the social media manager is African American. So it's great to have a multicultural company.
Mhm. Well, from diverse
Sure.
backgrounds, it's great to see for sure. Different perspectives that they can bring to the table. And she seems like, honestly, when I'm thinking about it, I'll let Legend have any points if he has any. But I've seen that she seems like she's doing the job that she did at Pokemon. Now she's just repping Stadia. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not only managing her like the Stadia account. She's also coming back home and saying, okay, I believe in this so much. Even if she does, like, it seems like she does, but even if she didn't, I believe in this so much, and I do my job so well that I'm going to make sure I go that extra step and retweet on my page. Make sure I'm posting Stadia related things. She's doing what she did at Pokemon. So it's really good to see that she's applying. She's that good that she's like, okay, I know this is what I need to do to not only, do my job better, but also promote Stadia on that side and just look good while doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I really like that. Any points, Legend?
I mean, I just think it's cool that she's. I'm looking at her Twitter right now. She's got a bunch of, like you said, personal stuff like rollerblading, Pokemon, Stadia. So the way she posts and whatnot, really makes her seem like, no, guys, she's not a robot. She's a human, and
Yeah.
whether she likes Stadia or not, she's doing a great job showing that she's using it, that she's supporting it. That's her job, but she also has her other personal stuff, making it seem more genuine, if you will. Because
Yeah.
most companies, like, oh my god, I don't know, they seem so robotic, but this looks like a genuine person that
I
we
mean,
have needed on Twitter and whatnot.
not to go against Grace or something, but she always streams PC games and retweet
It's
about
very true.
PlayStation and PC. But it's great to see actually a person from Google Stadia tweet about Stadia
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah, for sure.
PC or Switch or
Oh, I see what you
something
mean.
like that.
I mean, Grace. I think I don't know what Grace's exact. I know she's like worked at Google before Stadia. I want to say, but I think her actual position does she manage the Reddit? Is that what she does?
No, she's a community manager,
Community manager.
but
Yeah.
she's also a manager for what's it called, Chromecast Ultra.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay. So yeah.
the Chromecast division, not the Ultra.
Oh, okay. Cool. So I mean, yeah. I honestly, I think Grace is the best that we had for a while. So we thought, oh, she's the best we got. But honestly, you know,
Taka
this
got
this
it.
our new media manager is actually who should be in place. She's
Yeah,
like she's really the person we should be interacting with. On the Stadia side. Um, but yeah, good to see them.
Chaka. I love Chaka. She should be the new.
Is Shaka
What's
her
it?
actual name? I think that might. Is that what her name is?
I think it is. It
That's what
says
Twitter says.
so.
Shaka. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Shaka. Hopefully that's that's her name. But
I
great to
mean,
see.
I prefer calling her Chaka than Princess Solaji.
Yeah, we'll call her Shaka. I'm cool with that. But yeah, man, great to see there. And yeah, if you guys don't have any more points, what else do we have? Oh, community achievements. You want to lead that, Eli?
No,
Okay. Legend.
let
Fired.
the D21.
Yeah.
Well, State of Stadia, German, not sure what that's in parentheses, but past 2,000 YouTube subscribers, which is a pretty big number. I know it's way bigger compared to mine, so I would definitely
Yeah.
see that as an awesome community achievement. And
It's in parentheses because it's a German YouTube channel.
okay, makes sense.
Cool, man.
We also have Jeff Gignac, past 200 YouTube subscribers, another big goal, smaller than the one from before, but definitely not lesser in terms of needing to be congratulated and whatnot, if that makes any sense.
Sure, man.
But it's still a milestone.
Yeah, it's an awesome milestone, big or small. We'd love to see it. Showing love to the community.
And just to see, do we have any more? Yeah, we have any more. I'm gonna go on Reddit to see if we can find anything else. But Eli's been in some tournaments. If you want to talk about your tournaments a little more, I know you talked about it earlier, but if you want to talk about the play by play.
I mean, in Hitman, we have a huge speedrunning community managed by some awesome admins. There was a roulette tournament where in Hitman, it's a sandbox game. You can kill your target with disguised as almost anyone with a huge amount of items, even a banana. Then it's called a roulette because you press a button or the admin spin it, and then you get some conditions where you have to kill your targets using those conditions. So I'm in a tournament like that, but then last night, unfortunately, I got kicked out of the tournament because I lost. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
It's fine, man.
Hopefully you had a good run, man.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun nonetheless.
And if you guys have any more questions in chat, feel free to give us questions. We're good for 9 minutes. We've gotten through all our news, so if you guys have any questions or any thoughts on anything that we talked about today, you guys feel free to type up in chat and let us know what you're thinking. Just comments, questions, concerns, anything. We're chilling as Eli gets drunk. Up here and gets a little dizzy, a little woozy, But yeah, man, this is your opportunity to ask Eli some personal questions while he's drinking alcohol. But yeah, man. And Alex says, so good to see all three of you back together. Yes, finally. Jeez, man, we had Eli
sorry,
fell
guys.
asleep. Legend was in Florida. We've been flipping back and forth. But yeah, man, it's great to see. Alex also says, has Ejahmix had a haircut? Yes, I got a haircut for my graduation. I went to the barbershop last, was it Thursday? I want to say it was yeah. I went to barbershop Thursday and got my hair twisted on Wednesday. So before my graduation, I got my hair done. So yeah.
Hair decapitated.
Oh,
Yep.
another community highlight. There are two Stadia esports teams on Killer Queen Black, and they're facing each other this week. That's great.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, what are the teams called? It's
up for that.
it's the Stingers, right? It's the Stingers and the
Stingers and Stinkers, I think.
Yo. Well, if anybody wants to actually tell us what the name is, you can. If not, we'll be sticking with Stingers and Stinkers, like Eli said.
Oh, I thought it
anyway.
was serious.
Alex is asking if I'm old enough to drink. In Denmark, you actually don't have a legal drinking age. So, yeah, I am. I have been drinking since I was 14. So, yeah.
Yo, Eli, you're a
1400,
terrible
right?
influence, man. Terrible influence.
Drink at the right age, wherever you live.
They're called JMG. Well, what does it stand
Is
for?
it JMG or KMG?
No,
Team JMG. Okay, cool. So yeah, man. Best of luck to both teams, Stingers and JMG for Killer Queen Black. We need to start a team, man. How many people can you have in Killer Queen Black? Yeah, man. It needs to be us three, and we need to hit up Miles. Yeah, we'll have our
Do
team.
you have the game? Do you have the game?
Yeah, I have it. Yeah, we
I've
all
got
have
it.
the game.
The
Right? Is that-
legend.
Game?
I even have a key for it. If might do a giveaway for that. But I
Oh,
have
nice.
the game and a key.
Hey,
So
man.
you have the game. Nice.
Let's do it.
Because I was actually one of my subscribers didn't answer if he wanted the game, so I just repicked the winner. But I didn't know if I should wait for you to come back. But yeah, that's great.
Cool, man. So
can
we need to set up our team, man. We can call it Cloudian. We can call it something. I don't know. The Cloudian Clouders. The
Cloudy
Cloudian.
with a chance of meatballs.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Wait, we'll call it something. The Cloudian. The Royal Clouds. I don't know. We'll come up with a name. I don't know. I have no idea.
The legend and his peasants. There.
Yo,
How about that one?
Oh wow.
What does JMG stand for?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
by the
What
way.
does JMG stand for? That's Jeff's team. Is it Jeff? Whatever his middle name is, Gignac.
Jeff,
JMG.
Wait, there's 3 Jeffs in the team.
I'm planning on hosting a tornadoes. Do you mean tournament or tornadoes?
How do you host that tornado?
Is that tournament tornadoes, or is that maybe your team's gonna be called the tornadoes? I don't know.
Sounds dangerous, man.
Tournament. Okay. Oh, cool. Jeff Monkey
Hosting a
Maker
tornado.
Gignac. Oh gosh, join my gang. Yo, JMG. That's gonna be the thing with JMG. What does it actually stand for? That's gonna be wrong answers only in chat. Actually, wrong answers only in chat. What does it stand
Jerk's
for?
my goat.
Just my guy.
Yeah.
Jerk my goat.
Whoa, that's sounds a little
Yo, why do we
PG-13 or
have
whatnot.
why do we have the most amount of viewers now that we are near the end?
Yeah, because we're actually talking and joking around. Probably. That might be why.
It's because they saw me here and they're like, "Oh, snap!"
Yo, Legend, you're paying rent for your Legend status right now, man. I don't want to hear it. You're really the 21, man.
Man, what do you mean? You know what? gonna challenge you in a different game, and I'll take my status back.
And
Man,
me-
we gotta
and
we
the-
gotta we gotta say we gotta ask Ryzak to run it back, man. We gotta ask Ryzak to run it back. We'll do another
No,
one.
that rigged question thingy. No, man. Please.
I'm facing Sammy in the clouds this Thursday
Nice.
during your SBCN slot. I think he said he
Yeah,
is
we talked. We talked about it.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Because I told him I don't want to do it that hour because
Yeah.
you're streaming. So are you streaming in his slot next week? I mean,
Yeah, I'm
this
gonna
Thursday?
be streaming because on Thursdays there's no one that goes after me, so I push you back to 5 this Thursday.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm pushing you back to 5 so you guys can do your thing at 4, because you guys are
Eastern time, right?
So yeah, Eastern time. Yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern.
All right.
So yeah.
At 10 p.m. CEST, Central European Summertime.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, man, beautiful, man. So if you guys, I mean, like I said, if you guys have any questions, we're just looking at chat. Some of the wrong answers. Jerk my goat. Just my guy. Anthony says if my team loses the Jets, I'm leaving Stadia. Alex, LOL, Cowboy. Ray, bye, Anthony. So yeah, you guys
He's
are just
like,
messing
bye.
around in chat just like us. It's cool, man. Is there anything else
Yo.
that we want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, if we don't have anything else, my giveaway for Hitman 3 on Stadia and Hitman Blood Money on Steam is ending this Thursday. So if you guys want to
Dude, I can't wait to win. Thanks, man.
So if you guys want a chance to win, I can just share a link to the tweets.
Nice. Oh, and I just thought about we can take this time to actually shout out our stuff because we're in the last like 3 minutes or so. So yeah, man. If you guys want to shout out your stuff, I know we have our links in chat, but if you want to like actually say it for once, you can.
Yeah,
Oh.
go youtube.com/Eli Levy and you will find my channel. That's it.
Cool.
For me, I won't bore you with all the link stuff. Just go into the link tree, if you will. If you want to check me out, if you want to check these awesome guys out, and our own little actual channel, which we'll be posting all the Cloudian stuff on. I got something coming up. I've been keeping kind of secret, and I haven't been able to make like a little teaser and whatnot, if you will.
So
But,
this is the teaser.
Oh, sorry, what?
So this is the teaser.
Yeah, this is the teaser.
I guess so. A little more info, but I'm changing up my. Gosh dang it, the echoes are back.
Echoes back. Echoes back. Eli.
I swear he has a button where it's like let's echo legend. But as I
I'm
was
gonna mute
saying,
myself.
Okay.
all right. I don't want to hear him anyway. I'm just kidding, by the way. But as I was saying, I got something going on. I would mostly just stream random games on my SBCN, and I've just been like, oh man, like I don't know what to play. I don't know what to pick. I kind of suck at this. I suck at that. So I decided to change mine up into a show, if you want to call it that. And well, not really a show. It's more of like a little competition. I'll have more news on it, but I kind of have a name for it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be competitive, and I'll be having people on it. Maybe I'll have you guys, but it's gonna be great.
I thought we got an automatic invite, man.
Nice.
Honestly.
I mean,
Here's-
there's gonna be matchups. Let's just say
Yeah,
that I'm saying
yeah.
a little too much right now, but
All right, that's cool.
It's gonna
Keep
be
it quiet, man.
Keith is shout-outing us.
Oh yeah, what's good, Keith?
hey, what's up?
And yeah, I will bore you guys with all my links really quickly before we end the stream. You can find me on Twitter at KingEjahmix, twitter.com/Ejahmix. You can find me on YouTube. You guys are already here on my channel, but youtube.com/Ejahmix, because I mean I have the whole little link now, so you guys can actually type it in and put Ejahmix instead of all these random numbers and letters. And then what else? Is that it? I think that's all my stuff. Never mind. I thought I had more than that. Oh wait, I do. Cloudian Cast,
MySpace,
of course. Every
Wait,
Monday.
wait.
What happened?
Because it's 11 now. Head on over to Alex.
Oh yes, go to Alex. Yes, and then Cloudian Cast every Monday. Be here 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. And then Stadia SBCN slot Thursdays 4 p.m. This Thursday is gonna be 5 p.m. actually for me. And then GSN. I'm streaming Paladins, a non-Stadia game on GeForce Now on the Gaming Source Network. If you guys want to go over there, check me out on Friday. And then other than that, that's all my stuff. But go watch Alex now. He's about to start a stream. I put his link. That should be his link. Somebody confirm that it's his link. It should be his link. I'm pretty
I
sure,
shall
right?
click it. Let's
Yeah,
see.
click it. Make sure that's his link. So guys can go over there and go see Alex and what he's playing today.
Yep. That's his
Cool,
link.
man. All right, so we're good. Thank you to all the people that came through. Really appreciate it. Really nice show today. Yeah, man. So I'm good.
See
I'll
you
catch
all.
you guys later. Peace.